a touchdown. Here's Santos to kick this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Jackson to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw again is Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Fields. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. That's complete right side to Komet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, it's Fields. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the option, here's Montgomery. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Now Fields. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And look at this. It's a fake. And he's going to let it go deep. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Hey, check back. What we got?
Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Here's Fields. On the move to his left. Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Komet in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. Santos with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. These offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people would think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Another run for Murray on second down. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And that will be incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bears take over.
It's all good, baby. It's all good.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Switch it. Watch safety green.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. A first down and then some for Montgomery. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Instead of the first, he'll have to go backwards for another second down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays second down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a first down before they have to start their downs over again.
Alert 3. Switch.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
He's coming. Watch the slant. Switch. Safe.
A give. This is Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now they'll run. Murray. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Latavius Murray. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Jackson here is going to look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere seeing that play. Focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 71 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd down and 7.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Justin Matabike
in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Let's go. Hey, Mike 20.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Santos with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Jackson. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now Jackson on first down.
Locates Hardman for another catch.
And he's brought down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10.
Jackson. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Jackson. Evades him at the 20. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
64 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. He'll buy some time right. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return from his end zone is Grant. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all of their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. We've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
Tevin Jenkins, a 2nd-round pick, the guilty party.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. To throw is Fields. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Room here to run. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Well, a heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They snap it to Fields. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. A 3-yard pickup on second and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on third and a little more than a yard. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Heavy set out there on third and 1.
Push him back. Push him back. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Check. Check out.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree. Matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Chicago, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4.